So after you fix these bolts into position, you're then going to come back to number 17. Now you see that it's got to offset holes. These line up with the panel at a later date. Now you come to the top, where it's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes, and you're going to measure 40mm down, and you're going to bend that up at 90 degrees on your bench, same as you've done all the rest of your panels in your floor well, and that's going to make an angle line 40mm by 85mm. So we've bent the angle line up, and as you can see it's 85 by 40mm. So that is going to now be sat in right up to your box section. And what you're going to do with that is the centre line that you drew on your box earlier. I'm just going to wind that in onto the fold there. Sit your plate back in. Now, just be tempted just to run that down there as well. So once you've done that, you're going to fasten this into position, making sure that you push it down to your floor and hold it central. We're going to put a rivet in that. Now at this stage you're just going to rivet to the box section only, don't put any in the floor at this stage. I'll explain why later. Right, having secured the front box section into position, you're now going to take your next two sections, which is a box section 690mm long. This has pre-punched holes, as you see, are 55mm inset. You're also going to take a second strip here that's pre-punched for you, and as you can see on this strip you have a large hole here, and same at the other end, and offset holes here. Now on the opposite side from your large hole, you're going to measure in the 40mm again, and you're going to bend that there on your bench as you've been explained to you before, and you're going to bend that at 90 degrees. Now once you've bent your angle line on, you're going to take your 690 box section, again 55mm in. Make sure you get your holes horizontal to your car. You also notice that you've got a cutout here at the front end, as I'll be explained to you later the purpose of that. So you're going to feed the box section through the holes. Now this is going to be a nice tight fit. You might have to just relieve the holes again with your file. So roughly about there. Now also to note that beforehand You've marked a centre line yet again all the way around that box section. Now I'm going to take the plate square that fabricated up ourselves out of a little bit of aluminium. Now if you're gonna do this, do make sure that it really is square, because it is important you get these in position. So you're going to use your plate square off your centre line that you've drawn on your front, and you're going to just tap that box section till it's really is exactly in the centre. It's a little bit fiddly to do this. So as you can see, the line's exactly in line. Just make sure for the other side that it corresponds, and that is exactly correct. So then go back to your plate. You're going to bend that up to 90. This is going to sit in the front, on the back towards the engine here. So as you can see, we've now bent the angle up, which is 40 by 85. You're going to sit that in there. Make sure it's down with the floor and it fits in. If it might be a little bit tight depending on how far you packed it, so you may have to just snip a little bit off the end. This one fits fine, so we're okay. Again, it's a good idea to get a couple of you to do this job. So one of you can really make sure that you're holding the box section exactly in the centre. Yeah. Just make sure. It's really not bad. I think it's safe to say that that's in the centre. I'm going to hold that secure. Michael's going to put an hole. At this stage you're going to put a hole into the floor. Maybe a good idea actually, just to clamp that up, maybe. So just hold all your panels together, naturally. Just double check again that your plate is square and exactly down the centre line. Yep.
Remember, we are going to use these bolts to go through the floor.
You're going to use your 30 by 6 screw head. These can go downwards. Doesn't matter. Yeah. So now you've got it secured, you can obviously drill and rivet all those holes here on the box section, and also fasten all those holes there to tie it all together. The next thing, after we've secured the second box section to position, it's going to take two sections marked 27A and 27B. Now you're going to have to bend these again on your bench, which I will show you how to do in just a moment.